Okay, let's talk about the iPhone 16 today. Now, I'm going to be mainly looking at things from a perspective as a creator and talking more about some of the pro feature stuff. There's some of the things that are general for all iPhone 16 models, but I'm mainly just coming from this from a creative standpoint. The overall goal from today's video being something that like, hey, maybe if you haven't upgraded iPhones in some years, maybe talking about these things, it's like, oh, okay, like now I can finally upgrade. Or for a vast majority of people, I feel like this is going to be a good video to solidify the idea of like, hey, maybe wait another year or two. So the main upgrades that we're seeing this year are AI features, faster chips, audio editing benefits like audio software, pro video recording, an ultra-wide 48 megapixel camera, and 4K 120 FPS recording in the iPhone. Again, want to be clear, handful of other things to talk about. This is just my video. This is just BigE talking about the things that I want to talk about. Feel free to click off if you don't want to hear my thoughts. AI features. AI is cool. It's neat. As a content creator and creative, I've used AI quite a bit, from YouTube thumbnails to storyboarding things to helping figure out stuff. With the new Google Pixel 9, I've been integrating AI a little bit more in my day-to-day. But am I the only one that's just not completely sold on AI? Or maybe I'm just like so used to typical things that I don't seek using AI for every single thing, like making my day to day about learning what I can do with AI. That's not to shit on it. I do think it's a really cool feature. A lot of the updates that are coming is really neat, but I feel like for the average person, that's all it really is. It's just neat. Same thing with the integration of AI and the faster speed. Cell phones are insane in 2024. Like, how much faster can the performance of a cell phone really be? I don't know about any of you, but for the last like 5 years, any phone that I've had, from Samsung to iPhone to Google, when I use it, it just does what I need it to do. I'm not using a 1990 Windows XP computer here that is still trying to connect to dial-up. I mean, any phone that I've used over the last few years has just been great. It's been phenomenal. Now, with that being said, there's some awesome upgrades for creatives out there, like the new camera button, the new pro software for recording, and the audio software as well. These are all really cool things, but I can't help but think with the like level of professionalism that Apple is trying to come out with this type of software, with these options, how many professional creatives already have shit for these very things? Being a bit of a smartass, I put out a tweet somewhere along the lines of, I'm excited to see all the creators jump to making YouTube videos with their $3,000 to $5,000 camera setups, talking about how great the iPhone is. It's the same thing across the board. Anybody that I've seen really interacting about the features that are coming out with the new Pro Series iPhone when it comes to audio and video, it's like, I know for a fact everybody already has their mixers and cameras and software on their computer, like everything that they need to get done. And like, hey, it's really cool that now your phone could do something in a clutch situation. But personally for me, with my workflow, got a fully built PC with a 4080 Super in it. I have a M3 MacBook Pro. I have 2 Sony cinema cameras. As neat as it is having some of the things in an iPhone, and in previous years, that would have really like sold me, because I would have been like, oh, now I can have it in my phone as well. It's just kind of redundant because I already have everything that I need to do the shit. I don't need my phone to do that as well, because I'm always going to trust the higher quality, the higher end product over my phone. Now, where it makes it really convenient is when you don't have that type of shit, when you don't have a camera like this, when you don't have a computer and the software. It is cool to see a time where we're moving into a direction where an up-and-coming creator could get an iPhone and essentially make the steps to do everything they need on their iPhone. I've argued this for years. Many content creators out there and creatives in general should just start off on the phone. It'd probably be better to just upgrade your cell phone than try to buy an expensive DSLR camera. I use the example all the time. Whistling Diesel makes all of his content on an iPhone. There's some vloggers that all they ever do is vlog on an iPhone, and they have millions of subs. The quality in any phone anymore, when it comes to cameras, is honestly insane. However, 2 points that a lot of people are talking about on Twitter when it comes to the camera: the ultra-wide 48 megapixel camera and the 4K 120 FPS. I have an iPhone 15 Pro Max personally for me, both of those don't in any way, shape, or form entice me to upgrade my phone a year later just because of those features. First off, I really hate like megapixels. Some of the best cameras that we've seen in the last 10 years are 12 megapixel cameras. Like, the advertising of higher megapixels equals better quality is just so annoying. I get it though, from a cell phone standpoint. Samsung's been doing it for years. It sells a lot of people on the idea, oh, more megapixels equals the quality is going to be better. And then 4K 120 FPS is really cool. It's sick. There used to be a time on YouTube when like the Sony series cameras really started pumping out, where like super slow motion 120 FPS was like God tier era, like B-roll, smooth transitions, Christian Mate Grab era, if you know, you know. And that shit is sick. It's like insane to see that we have that technology in a phone now. It was only a matter of time. We've had it in cameras now for the last 5 years or so. But in answering my question, is it worth upgrading from an iPhone 15 Pro Max? I know the reality is I will use that feature a few times to see how cool it is, and then you just don't use it again because people don't watch videos in ultra slow motion. I mean, for your special occasion maybe, or like, again, the transition, sure, absolutely. Like, it's cool to emphasize the shot with 4K 120. But like, you don't watch a video like this in slow motion. You don't watch a video like this created with 48 megapixels. In fact, this video today is not created with 48 megapixels. And no matter how good the camera quality is, it is not going to produce what these cameras can produce. Rightfully so. Like, it makes sense. I'm not like shitting on the phone for it not being able to keep up with the $3,500 full frame camera. Like, let's be real here. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today because I'm seeing a handful of people who have the 14 and the 15, and they're wondering if they should upgrade for those things. For a ultra wide 48 megapixel sensor, for 4K 120 FPS. And the reality is no, like you're really not going to use those things too much. I don't know how involved into AI you are. I don't know how anal you are about having the best performance out of your phone, but like, if you have a 12 to a 15, you have a great iPhone, in my opinion. You have a great iPhone with a great camera. Like, it could get the job done. 12, 13 might be coming out of the zone, maybe a good upgrade, but 14 and 15, like, this camera and this phone is insane to date. Like, I use this for business, so all my social media apps are on this. I post all my skits and any videos. Like, I keep up to date on this. I edit photos on this. I edit photos on both the Google and the iPhone. But dude, these phones are nutty. I'm not an Apple hater by any means. I'm wearing an Apple Watch. I'm probably going to get the new AirBuds Pro. Those look really sick. I just find it kind of interesting how many people just jump to wanting to get the new thing every single year. And to me, in my opinion, if you have any of the recent iPhones, it's not a substantial enough upgrade to say like, dude, you just be stupid not to upgrade. Like, I would say the last like really change and shift in iPhone was like the launch of the iPhone 12 was huge. New design, new chip. That was a whole new year for Apple in general. The camera jump was insane. That was like honestly the first camera video wise in a phone that I was just like, holy fuck, we have broken to the next levels. And since then, it's just been like, yeah, minor upgrades, little bump ups, you know, like it's good stuff. Obviously, as you could tell, I won't be upgrading to the 16. It's not because I think it's a shitty phone. It's just, I think phones have gotten to the point where they're so fucking good, including the iPhone 15, iPhone 14. They're so good that it's just like, it's getting harder to justify the need. I think of what I do on a day-by-day basis and what I need to accomplish as a creator. And I can't help but think over the next year, there's nothing in that phone that entices me or pushes me in the direction of saying, man, my job as a creative would be much easier if I had that in my phone. Again, maybe you don't have the other tools. Maybe you don't have the options. Maybe this is the first upgrade for you. I think it's a great phone. That'd be huge for many aspiring creatives out there to jam pack all the shit in one location. All the AirPods do look really sick. I really do want the AirPod Maxes, just simply because of the USB-C. Also, the Ultra 2 watch, which I got the Ultra 2 last year. Now it being in a black design, I'm like, God damn it, man. Why didn't they have that color before? Love tech, love gear. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to find some benefit in an upgrade, but I just highly consider it if you've gotten an iPhone over the last couple years. You don't really need those things. Just my thoughts. Love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.